if you've never worked in a restaurant, then you probably don't know all the things that go behind the scenes, keeping the restaurant functioning throughout the days. Every person that's working in the restaurant has to play their part to make sure the restaurant functions. And if one person's off, then the whole restaurant could be messed up for the day. So I'm one of the most important parts of the restaurant. I'm the busboy. So a few things that the busboy does is they have to clean the tables off. So I'll use a spray bottle like this and a rag like this to make sure I wipe down every table after a customer's been there and make sure it's clean for the next person. I also carry a big black tub. You can imagine it's about this big, and that's where I put all the reusable plates, the silverware, the trash, and all that. So once I'm done picking that stuff up, I will go back to the back of the restaurant where the dishwasher is located, and I'll dispose of the trash and then give him the reusable stuff that we can keep, and then he'll wash it and, basic stuff like that. But there's also a few other important jobs that a busboy has to do throughout the day. So I also have to take out all the trash in the restaurant. That includes the trash cans inside the restaurant and also the trash cans outside the restaurant, because we have a carry-out section or a window section, and I have to take out the trash. So that has to be done during the shift. So that's one other thing, just them wiping the tables I have to do. I also have to take care of the syrups, which, if you don't know, soda and like lemonade syrups have to be changed. They have a certain amount of juice that comes into each cup that you pour, and they have to be changed obviously once they're empty. So I have to do that, and I also have to change kegs. So that stuff really stacks up during a shift when you're trying to keep the restaurant flowing steadily with keeping customers coming in and out. It makes it hard that you have to, change the keg and change the trash and the syrups all at the same time. So that's basically my job description, what I have to do. My uniform is basically what I'm wearing here. So it's a green shirt with our logo on the back, and then it says Dough Crew on the back. And each person in the restaurant has their own special uniform that they wear. So like I wear a green shirt, and the cooks do also, but the waitresses will have like colorful fun shirts on with more detail. But since I'm not interacting with the customers as much, just working kind of by myself, I guess, I just have a plain shirt. And then for the pants and shoes and stuff, you're allowed to wear whatever you want. So usually I'll wear like a bathing suit or something, because I'll go to the beach afterwards. And also, you get wet during the shift sometimes if stuff's spilling and stuff like that. So that's just my personal choice. But the waitresses have to wear like khaki pants or something like that, something more formal, since they'll be interacting with the customers. There's a couple basic rules that you have to follow while you're working, and some rules are specific to the busboy, and then some are specific to the for every employee that's working. So obviously, like, the rule of thumb for working in the restaurant business is that you have to treat the customer with respect, and the customer's always right, pretty much. You don't want to argue with the customer. You kind of just want to, if they need something, you're there. If they, you want to be supportive for the customer, because you're trying to get their money while you're working there. So you want to get a good tip and all that. So being friendly and stuff is just a rule of thumb for every single person in the restaurant. So our manager tells us to say hi to someone if they're walking by, and just greet them and be friendly, because we want them to come back, obviously. Another rule is that if you're a busboy, you are allowed to wear headphones while you're working. And I don't think this is true for every restaurant, but Dough you are. So I can wear my headphones during a shift, and I can be listening to music, podcasts, but you have to only be wearing one headphone at a time. You can't have both in, because if your manager is trying to talk to you or a customer is trying to talk to you, then you need to be available and be able to hear at least partially. Another rule is that if you're working a double shift, is that you must take a 15 to 30 minute break depending on the day and how long the restaurant will be open for. So that's like I think it's a state law, and if you're working a double, you have to give your employees breaks. So that's basically like the three basic rules. Obviously, there's more, but those are like the three ones that are really strictly followed. So working in a restaurant's not easy. And I guess my advice to you as customers is treat your restaurant employees the way you would want to be treated, because we're trying to do the best we can and serve you the best we can. All right. Thank you.